In my 10th place, we have Ranella Hayati with the song Secret. Now, as I have mentioned in my last video, I love this song a lot, and I really am looking forward to what the revamp brings. I believe it was recently announced that the revamp for Ranella's song Secret will be coming out sometime in March. I believe it's March 4th, but I might have to double check that. I can speak more on the song once the revamp comes out, just because that is the version that we are going to be getting in Eurovision. So I want to make sure that I have as accurate and updated a take on the song as possible. From what we have so far, I love this song a lot. I think it's really great and really interesting. I do think that the song can use a revamp, which is why I want to hold off until the revamp comes out, just to kind of give a better say on this song. But overall, right now this song is in my top 10. I think it's fantastic, and I really am looking forward to what Ranella brings. I think she's great as a person, great as an artist. I've seen a lot of interviews with her. I also saw the interview that she had with Wee Wee Blogs, and I think that kind of just showed that what a nice and humble and really just sweet person that she is. So I really do hope that this revamp takes this song to the next level and really helps her get a really good spot in Eurovision this year. With that, we're going to move on to my number 9 spot, which is one of the new songs on this list, Not the Same by Sheldon Riley. I'm recording this segment right after watching Sheldon's performance, and I really liked it. I thought his vocals were almost completely on point, and I also like the staging. I like the darkness of the staging, I like the blues, I like the ventilation stuff going on behind him, the lighting. I like pretty much everything about this package that we're getting. There are some minor criticisms I have, but they don't really detract too much from this song. One thing is just that the song itself, I have been seeing other people say this too, that it might be a bit repetitive. I think repetitiveness isn't necessarily a bad thing in a song. In a lot of songs, like of course Barbara Pravi with Voila last year, the repetition can actually work pretty well. I'm not sure if it works super well here. I mean, hearing Not the Same over and over is fine, but I feel like this was a criticism I also had for Voyager's song, which came second place, was just that the lyrical content wasn't that diverse and wasn't really grabbing me, just because there wasn't really that much new going on, and for whatever reason, that repetitiveness didn't really appeal to me as much as in some songs, like again, like Voila. That doesn't really detract again too much from the song. Just one thing that I noticed, I definitely preferred the studio track, and maybe that was just a little bit because there were a lot of emotions in this performance, which I think is inherently a good thing. However, there were some points where it felt a little bit forced, just in my opinion. And now I watched both the winner's performance as well as the regular performance, before he won, and in both, those emotional moments were okay, but they just felt a little bit forced to me, and they kind of took me out of the moment, just because I'm like, okay, he's clearly trying to get some sort of sympathy points or whatever. Now, I don't know if that's true. Of course, that was just my first impression, and my first impression could very well be wrong. And of course, during the winner's performance, obviously, I'm sure many of those emotions were very real, because I know that was a really big moment for him, probably something he dreamt about, so those emotions were definitely real. But in his regular performance, when he was competing as just a contender, a part of me was actually reminded of Israel 2019, when the guy kind of like was fake crying at the end. I don't think this was as egregious as that, but it just kind of took me out of the performance in this case. So again, fantastic performance, really great singer. Again, I do kind of prefer the studio version a bit more, so I think maybe if there's better staging in Turin, and if he kind of reins in the emotions, or at least somehow makes it feel a little less forced, maybe if he even revamps the song, this could be a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I can definitely see this winning in Eurovision, obviously. Like, even just the song the way it is now, I think this definitely does resonate with a lot of people. The lyrics themselves, while I did critique their repetitiveness, they do resonate with me a lot. Like, I really connect with this song, I really connect with the message of the song, and I do feel for Sheldon. Also, one other minor critique is just that moment where he takes off his mask, I feel like comes a little bit too late. I think it actually might hurt sort of the audience's connection with Sheldon, that his mask is on for the beginning of the performance and for about like half of it, because I think it's really important to see his face, to see his emotions, rather than just to hear them. And maybe that was part of why I felt some of his emotional points in the song were a little forced. I'm not sure about that. Again, I'm not an expert on psychology, but I just feel like maybe if he showed his face from the beginning and used the mask in some other capacity, maybe put it on later or whatever, that might have helped me and maybe the audience connect with Sheldon a bit more. But again, I'm not so sure about that. So I think that there should be some minor tweaks to the staging and to the performance that can just elevate it that much more. Those aren't necessary changes. I think on its own, Sheldon has done a fantastic job. I think this is a great performance, and I think he's really talented, and not only talented, but he's able to really connect with people. Like, I did have goosebumps watching this performance. So while I do have minor critiques, overall, the effect was not lost on me. Like, I did really feel what he was trying to convey. I think Sheldon succeeded in that. I just think that there's some things, because I really do want to see Sheldon do fantastically in Eurovision, and I just think for him to get that that top 3, top 2, even top 1. I think he should try at least to adjust certain things about his performance. But other than that, I love this very much, and I think this can do very well in Eurovision. And just because of the minor critiques I have, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 right now. Right now, I'm just going to give it a 9 out of 10, but it's very close to the rest of the songs on this list. Like, this just needs some minor changes, and I can see it 9.5 out of 10, even 10 out of 10, because I love this performance, I love the message of the song, and I really do want to see Sheldon do well in Turin. So for that, 9 out of 10, great song, fantastic work, and yeah, just really excited to see this live in Turin, and really hope that they up the staging and the performance. So with that, we're going to move on to my next spot on this list, which is... Okay, let me just get one thing out of the way. I love this song. When I first heard the studio track, it was instantly on my liked songs playlist. This song grew on me like fine wine. Like, I actually listen to this song pretty often. It is in my playlist, and I just genuinely enjoy it. Now, when I saw the live performance, I was also super impressed. My only criticism, which I'll get out of the way right now, is just that the vocals could be a little bit stronger. But besides that little nitpick, this performance is incredible. I love the animations. I think the animations are probably one of my favorite things. I really like the little character in the background. I like the eyes on top of the stage. I also like the eagles at the end. I thought that was a really cool touch. And I think they did a really creative job with the staging and with these animations. The staging has a lot going on, but it never feels messy. And that's one thing I really like about this. And yeah, just everything too. Like, I like the costumes too. I like the yellows. The use of color is really good in this. I obviously love the lead singer's yellow jacket. I think it's pretty iconic. And I also like the yellow microphone. I like basically everything about the visuals here. I think the visuals are really what sell this performance, and definitely make up in a large part for the kind of weakish or just not as strong as I was expecting vocals. So what I like about this is A, the song itself, B, the staging, and C, the stage presence. The stage presence here is incredible. This totally captivated my attention. It felt like I was watching a concert and not a song contest, and just an absolutely captivating performance. Of course, that guitar solo was incredible. It looked just as great live as I hoped it would. Another thing I really liked was the lighting. I think they had great use of lights in this song. Not only just the LEDs behind the singers, but also just that moment where you have a whole bunch of lights everywhere, all these yellow lights. I thought that looked really cool, and yeah, just all around really incredible and really creative use of staging, and just really elevated this performance. So I love this song so much. Like, I'm still going to be listening to this song after this performance. I'm still going to be rewatching this performance over and over because I just love it so much. Again, my one minor criticism is just those vocals. I think that they can be a bit stronger, and now that they have been selected to go to Eurovision, I just hope that they step that up in Turin. But besides that, I think the song is incredible, and even with the kind of shaky-ish vocals, like, that doesn't detract from how great I think the song is and how much I love this performance. So with that, I'm going to give the Rasmus's song Jezebel a 9.5 out of 10, and I am super excited to see this in Turin, because if the staging is even half as good as the staging that we had in UMK, this could easily break top 10. And yeah, overall, I just love this performance. I think it's really iconic and really powerful, and I just love it. I just keep coming back to it. Totally love this performance, really glad they won, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing them in Turin this year. And overall, I just really love this band, and I really want to see them do well, not only in Turin, but just in general, because I think they have great songs. I've listened to some of their other songs, they're just fantastic as well. So this band has a lot of potential, and I think it deserves to be more well known, and so of course I'm really glad that they're going to be in Eurovision and having a global audience. So with that, let's move on to my next spot on this list, which is the song by CityZen. Now, I love this song a lot. Just like I said last time, this is one of my favorite songs this year. It's really funny, it's really catchy, and I just love it. And of course, I love the message too. I love the way they're delivering the message in this unique and kind of campy way. And yeah, I just love everything about this song, and I keep rewatching the performance because it's just so funny and so interesting. CityZen actually commented on my last top 10 video, which was a bit of a shock and definitely was nice to see. So I'm trying not to have too much bias in this video, but I do love this song. I do think it's fantastic, and I really am looking forward to seeing what they do in Eurovision. This was one of those songs in the national finals that I really wasn't sure would even win, because the song, you know, it's a bit out there, it's a bit different, and I really thought that Aminata had it in the bag when it came to Supernova this year, just because she was already famous and established, and I was afraid that Eat Your Salad might be a little bit maybe controversial or a little bit too edgy for the juries in Supernova, but no, that turned out to be the opposite, and I'm super glad that happened, because I was just so over the moon when I found out that CityZen was going to Eurovision, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing what they do in Turin. I think that the staging in Supernova was perfect, so I think they can almost copy and paste that in Turin, but I'm sure they're going to step it up, and I think they should at least try to bring something different, bring something fresh that we've never seen before to the Eurovision stage, and I know that they will. I know that they're going to do a great job, and I also am really looking forward to the next Epic Sax guy. I really hope that his solo becomes another meme. But yeah, overall, really like this song, really hope it goes viral, and I am just really glad that CityZen and this song is going to be getting a global audience this May. So yeah, overall, love this song, 9.5 out of 10. I have barely any criticisms for it. So with that, we are going to move on to my number 6 spot on this list, which is Christian Achman's performance of the song River is phenomenal. His vocals in this are some of the best that I've heard ever in Eurovision, and I just love it all around. I think the only criticism that I have for this song is just really that the lyrics are kind of so-so. The lyrics aren't bad, I just don't really connect with the lyrics as much as some of the other songs on this list. I think the lyrics are really the only downside to this song for me. I think everything else is exceptional. The production quality of the studio version was perfect. The live was incredible. I was just blown away by the live. Like, his live vocals, I was watching that and I was thinking to myself, like, how does he do that? How did he pull that off? Really well done. Really great work from this guy. And just overall, a fantastic performance, fantastic vocals, fantastic instrumentals. Everything is great. The only little thing that I would kind of, put this song down for is just the lyrics, but even that can be fixed, and even that I can kind of look past because the performance, because the live, and because the song overall is so exceptional. So I'm going to give Achman's River a 9.5 out of 10. And with that, we are going to move on to my number 5 spot, which is Kalush Orchestra with the song Stephania. Now, I don't want to speak too much about what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. I think that's a terrible situation, and I really hope that the Ukrainian people push through. I am no expert on that topic. This is a channel where I just kind of want to take everyone's mind off of what's going on in the world. So aside of that, I think this is a fantastic song. I really just love A, the message of this song, B, the performance, C, just the song itself. I mean, this is so well done. I actually showed this performance to a couple friends and they are obsessed with it. I also recently found out that the guy in the back playing the flute actually is the same guy from Go A, which is just, I did not realize that until recently, and that just makes me love the band even more. And I really hope that they get a chance to go to Turin this year, because I just heard, of course, I hate to bring it up, but I have heard that men, I believe it's between the ages of 18 to 60 in Ukraine, are not being allowed to leave the country at the moment. So I don't know what the situation is with that. I'm not sure if that's going to be lifted by the time that May rolls around. So it is possible that Kalush Orchestra might not be able to perform this year, and I would hate to see that be the case. I'm really hoping that they will be able to perform, and I really hope that things in Eastern Europe with Ukraine and with Russia do settle down, and I hope that there is some sort of peace, but I do kind of want to keep some optimism. So assuming that this does go to Eurovision, I think this can do exceptionally well. Right now it is in first place in the odds as of the time of recording, and I think that it deserves to be there. This is a fantastic song. I'm not sure if it's 100% my winner, but if this does win Eurovision, I will not complain one bit, because Kalush Orchestra has done a fantastic job delivering a really fresh, interesting song with a great beat, great staging, and just an all-around fantastic package. Actually, the more I listen to the song, the more it has grown on me, so I am going to give Kalush Orchestra Stephania a 10 out of 10, and I am really looking forward to seeing it in Turin, and I really hope it does well, because this is a fantastic song, and it's just so much fun, because I'm someone who doesn't usually like hip-hop, but this song just, for whatever reason, I don't mind at all, and I actually do have it on my playlist, and I just keep on listening to it. So with that, we are going to move on to my next spot on this list, which is, now I have said this time and time again, but I love Monica Liu and I love Sentimente. This is just such a phenomenal song. I have very few, if any, critiques for this song. I think it's, in my opinion, just one of the most perfect performances that we've gotten this year. It's got this mysteriousness to it that really just pulls you in and holds your attention the entire way through. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I just think that there's something so sci-fi, so otherworldly about this performance, and that just makes me love it. And of course, now that I know what the lyrics of the song are, that makes me love it even more. The lyrics are very interesting, and again, it does have these connections to Lithuanian folklore, which I think is really unique, and that's something that we definitely need more of in Eurovision. More cultural references, more ethnic elements, things that just add to the diversity of Eurovision. So this song is a great example of that, and of course it is sung in Lithuanian, which I love as well, because I love seeing other languages in Eurovision. The Lithuanian is a language that I have never seen in Eurovision in my lifetime, and I just think that this is overall a fantastic performance, and Monica Liu just deserves, in my opinion, to get top 10, but I think that this is one of the more underrated songs in Eurovision this year, and I think that Monica Liu will do a fantastic job in Eurovision and steal the show in Turin. So with that, I'm going to give this song a 10 out of 10, and we will now move on to my top 3. So in my third place, just like last time, is Subwoofer, Give That Wolf a Banana. I have loved this song since first listen. It is so much fun, it is so interesting, and I just cannot wait to see it in Turin. This song has also made its way onto my playlist, and I listen to it all the time. I love the live performance, I loved their live vocals, I loved the dance. I've actually tried doing the dance. I will not comment on how that has gone. I just think it's so much fun. I think it's so interesting, and I also have been hearing the rumors of their real identities. I will not comment on that just because I do like to keep the mystery going. I think it really does add to the intrigue of the band and of the song that we don't know who these guys are, for sure. Some of us, obviously, we have theories, and it kind of did get kind of leaked, but we don't know for certain, and I just like that. I like keeping that mystery going, and I feel like it's almost like a spoiler if we find out who they are, because it just ruins the magic of the band, of their performance. So I just like to keep that mystery there, but overall, love this song. I'm not even sure if I have any criticisms for it, just because I love it so much, and it is just so well done. I just overall want to see this in Eurovision. This is really fun, really great. I will probably be trying more of their dance after this video, and we'll see if I actually get it right for once, but it is just too much fun. I love this song. Like, I can't fault it. It's so good. 10 out of 10 for this song. Can't wait to see it in Turin, and I think it really is going to be such an iconic performance. This is one of those Eurovision songs like Dottie Frere, like even Little Big, that you might think is a joke entry, but it's got something more. It's not just for laughs. It's got something, got that X factor, and is a genuinely good song. So with that, again, 10 out of 10. Love the song, love the performance, and really hoping to see them do well in Turin. So with that, we're going to move on to my top 2, and my top 2 has actually remained the same as last time, so I'm just going to give some light commentary on both of these songs. Chanel with the song Slow Mo, again, fantastic, one of my favorites, almost tied with my first. Love her performance so much, love the vocals so much, and the song is on my playlist. I think I mentioned last time I listened to this running, working out. Like, this is one of those songs that really gets you going, really gets you energized, and so yeah, I love this song a lot, and I really cannot wait to see this in Turin, because Spain has been long overdue for a song like this, and I mean long overdue for a potential top 5 contender. This is a great song. This can do super well in Eurovision, and I think Chanel will steal the show in May and really just deliver a show-stopping performance, because I know she has said that she's going to update her staging for the Eurovision stage in Turin. She's not just going to copy the same thing that she did in Benidorm. So I'm really excited to see what new elements she brings to the table and how this affects sort of the song, how this kind of changes people's perceptions of it, because if it's even half as good as the performance in Benidorm, this song could easily break top 10 and be a contender for the top 5, in my opinion. I love her performance, I love her work, and just really happy to see her going to Eurovision. And yeah, with that, I'm going to move on to my number 1 spot on this list, which is the song Brevity by Mahmood and Blanco. And like I mentioned last time, I like the song just slightly more than Chanel's song, only because I relate to it a bit more, and every time I listen to this song, it gives me chills. Like, this song just really resonates with me for whatever reason. Like, it's not even just the lyrical content, the song just itself, the sound of it is simply beautiful, and, you know, while I love listening to Chanel too, Brevity just is a touching song. And while I love Chanel, her song doesn't really get under my skin like that. It really gets me energized and really makes me want to run or party, and I love that, but I think that Brevity just touches the soul in a way that sounds really cheesy, but like it's true. Like, this song has something more, and I think that just makes it stand out a lot among the other songs this year, and it's one of the reasons that it's my number 1. So I think I've spoken at length about why I love this song, why I love the performance that Mahmood and Blanco gave in San Remo, but the other thing too is just that I think that they're going to deliver really great staging in Turin. I just know that they're going to step it up, and when they do, this song will probably be a 10 out of 10 for a lot of people too. Of course, this song is a 10 out of 10 for me, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So yeah, love the song, and of course love all the songs in my top 10. This is a very strong year, contrary to what some might say. I actually do like a lot of the songs this year. Even the songs that aren't in my top 10, I like a lot, and it was very hard to make this list just because other songs like San Marino, like Malta, I also like a lot and would have loved to put in my top 10, but I just didn't connect with them as much as some of the other songs that we do see here in my top 10. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. I love making these videos. Let me know what you want to see next, and yeah, if you have any comments, if you agree, disagree, just let me know. I would love to hear what you have to say. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.